The United States is a global leader on a number of issues, and unfortunately, food waste is one of them.
The food wasted from the United States is equivalent to how much greenhouse gases are produced by 37 million cars.
Every year, we waste 30 to 40% of our food supply, and the amount of food that's wasted could fill 730 football fields. That's according to Anoushah Rasta. She's a food and agriculture analyst at the Breakthrough Institute. It's a research center in Oakland focused on food and climate issues.
If food waste were a country, it'd be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases globally after the US and China.
Anoushah explains that most of the food that's wasted is wasted at home, but it's also wasted on the farm, at grocery stores, and in restaurants. No matter where it happens, though, she says it ends up in a landfill and rots. The rotting food sends methane gas up into the air. Methane is a much more powerful greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, and much worse for global warming and the environment.
Food waste is terrible for the climate, and it's also a massive waste of water. If you toss an apple, that's like pouring 25 gallons of water down the drain. And the average American does that 17 times a year.
That means food waste isn't just about the food. All the resources that went into growing and producing it also get wasted.
We're trying to make shopping for groceries less wasteful in terms of food, but also less wasteful in terms of the amount of time it takes.
A Bay Area grocery delivery company called Imperfect Foods sells customers food that grocery stores don't want because it doesn't look pretty or the packaging isn't right.
A lot of people don't know this, but grocery stores have remarkably rigid aesthetic standards or beauty standards for what they will buy and what they won't buy.
It could be a carrot that isn't symmetrical or a lemon that's a few millimeters too big or too small.
There's nothing wrong with the food, it just looks a little bit different. And the irony here is that anyone who's had a garden or, say had a lemon tree growing up, they'll recognize our food because our food looks like what you might find at, a farmer's market in your own backyard garden.
The company can deliver to about 80% of the U.S. population, and you can check if it's offered in your area on the company's website. Meanwhile, here are some other solutions to the food waste problem that the Breakthrough Institute recommends. Making a grocery list and sticking to it so you don't buy more than you'll eat. Keeping a section in your fridge for food that'll go bad sooner so you'll eat it first. Freezing food so it lasts longer. And composting at home, which is like taking more than 11,000 cars off the road just by putting food scraps in a green bin instead of down the garbage disposal and to a landfill. Some of the many simple solutions you can research to curb the waste and our greenhouse gas emissions. Anoushah Rasta, NBC Bay Area News.